Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us all the way up in the north part of Thailand. We're in Lampoon. We're about 25 kilometers or so south of Chiang Mai. And the reason I came up here, I jumped on a train, rode the train here 13 hours one way, specifically to come here and check out a first-class royal temple. And we're at, I know I'm going to tear the name up, I'm sorry, Wat Phra That Hariphunchai, or something like that. And it's it was originally built in, I believe, 891 or 893 by King Athitayarat. And it has a stupa that was also built in the 11th century. And it supposedly has a Buddha hair in it. And it's a first-class royal temple. It's one of 29 first-class royal temples in all of Thailand. There's also supposed to be a stone that has a like indented corners on four sides, and it's supposed to symbolize that the Buddha came here and visited this site. So this is a first-class royal temple, and there's 10 in Bangkok. There's Wat Phra, Watarun, and all of those others. And there's this one, and there's several others. I've been to all except for one now. So this is my next last one. I've tried to make a video of every single one. So we're gonna walk around here and we're gonna see this fantastic temple and see what we see. This is the temple grounds that you first see. So they have some of these little buildings, and check these little dragon things out, and then the gate, and then there's a ordination hall right over here. We'll look at this first, and then we'll go back into the compound. But this is quite cool. This whole temple, it's a first-class temple, so it has special monies from the royal family. So they have more money to decorate everything up and keep everything in tip-top shape. So we have some of the lady monks here. You can see the styling of this hall. Above the door, they have the little naga right there. But this is amazing. This is fantastic. So you see here, this is kind of the Lana style, like from Chiang Mai. And I asked the monks about this, about how old this Buddha was. And he just said it was many, many years old. So you can see they're actually setting up here. They're going to get ready to do some of the chanting. So they have the rug here. But check that out. So they have a series of Buddhas underneath this little Chedi thing. And then they have the styling of the roof right up there. So the roof of it goes up. So they're getting ready to get busy. So we won't be able to look in this very long. But you can see the roof supports up there are hand carved. And everybody's coming in to do their thing. And you can see these doors. These are real similar to what we saw up in Chiang Mai. If you remember some of my videos, the Wat Phra, that gold temple up there, had similar doors. Oh, I love this styling in the roof. So they're going to do their thing. So we got to see this. This is a fantastic Buddha, and it's really a nice styling. So let's go look at some of the other parts of the temple. You can see the styling around the Buasima stones. And they have this big, huge pond over here with these fish. You can see the laterite stones, and then they have like a couple little Buddha images and stuff around here. And then you can see the styling of the front of this. That is really, really nice. Yeah, the Lana styling is quite a bit different than what you see around Bangkok. It is just really ornate and quite beautiful. All right, so now let's go through this gate here. So they have a sign up saying that you need to dress appropriate. And it says 50 baht entry fee for a foreigner over there. So they have some writing up there, 2499, I think. Could be wrong about that. I couldn't quite read it. And we have this hall here. It's open from 6:30 in the morning until 9 o'clock at night. And then they have the bell tower. Oh, that's a nice bell tower over there. And then they have a map of everything. So the Chedi, all the temple grounds over there. And then they have the library there. Oh, that's really nice. And then they have this cloister that goes around it that has all the seated Buddhas. And you have the Naga up there. Oh wow, this is beautiful. Hopefully my camera will capture it because this is really, really, really nice. So you have the Erawan up there and the Naga around the elephants. Oh yeah, that's nice. So we can see this little library right here. They call it a Ho Tam, and they say it was built in 2053 of the Buddhist calendar, and it's 2566 now. So this is where they keep the scriptures, and it says there's supposed to be a golden Buddha image cast on the same day as when they built this. We'll go here and look inside of this hall, and then we're going to go back and look at that Chedi. That's going to be really fun to see. They have some murals painted here on the front of this hall. So you have the Buddha fasting right there, and then some of the other scenes of the Buddha's life. And this temple in around Lampoon, I see quite a few of these little paper lanterns. And then here they have a place to come and write your name or your family's name or whatever. And there's 3 doors here. Got the Naga over the doors. Oh, this is really, really nice. This is inside of this hall. And wow, look at those. There's the 3 Buddha there, and then they have, looks like 4 Buddha across the front, and then they have a couple places for some little relics over there. You can see the styling here, that red and gold columns, all these murals, the scenes of the Jataka all around. It's a little dark up here, so I'm not sure how good the camera is going to pick it up. You have the elephant here, and sometimes they'll have the scene of the mother, the goddess of the earth, flooding the world, but I don't see that scene here. But check out these murals, they are beautiful. And then they have some more paintings around. Yeah, this is fantastic. But the highlight in here is definitely this massive seated Buddha. So here's the seat for the head monk, and then the other monks when they do the chanting ceremonies, and they have their fans. The fans are the symbol of rank of the monks, and it's given to them by the king. So we have all these figures around. This is just absolutely beautiful. So they have a little tiny, like a Buddha, like a stone Buddha right there, and then you can see these others. And you can see they have that glass and these columns here, and the same up in the ceiling. Let's take a look at this Buddha. This is gigantic. So my head is roughly right here, just to give you an idea of the scale. Yeah, that is really, really nice. And it has all the small ones seated all around. This temple here, here's some old pictures of it. So the temple and everything was rebuilt, I believe, in like 1438, and then again in the 1930s. So this whole building had collapsed, it looks like, because there's the Buddhas sitting right out here in the weather. A pretty famous monk came over and redid it in the 30s. I'll put all the information I can in the description. We have the monks over here giving out the blessings and stuff. And you can make donations to the temple here and put your name on a little bell and buy some other things. Okay, let's go back and look at that Chedi now. You see all these that people have bought and made donations to the temple, and more of the murals over here. Now this temple actually here is handicap accessible. Most temples are not. Looks like they've came in and put some ramps and stuff, which is nice because a lot of the old people, sometimes you really see them struggling to get into the temples. And we can see in here, so the little library is locked up. It's a shame. I'd really like to look in there, but you can see the styling of it. It's still quite beautiful. It's kind of interesting. So this is a little shrine right here, and they call it the Phra Suwan, I believe. And they say this comes around the 20th Buddhist century, so like 500 years ago. And we can see all the Buddha images around the cloister that are facing in towards the main hall. But this is what I really wanted to see, this Chedi right here. This is amazing. So you can see they have little umbrellas here, and the ground is hot, so they're all scurrying across. So you gotta take your shoes off to go up there and look at that. Ringing the bell. And then we'll look at this hall. It looks like there's another hall back over there behind it. And then some more stuff over there. This is the Chedi. And it's built in what they call the Lanna style. It was originally built around 1100, and they say it was built over the top of another Chedi. And they say a Buddha relic magically appeared in this area, and that would be the hair. So that's why they built this Chedi, and it was renovated many times. The last time in its current state, I think, is in the 1400s. They say the Lanna style is quite elegant, which you can see is quite beautiful. It has the concentric circles that goes up, and then the bell up at the top, all the way up to the umbrella. And then we have some various shrines around. So here, the women are not allowed to go up in there. The women can come over here. So you can ring the bell. Here's that umbrella. And then we have that other hall. We'll look at it after we look at the Chedi. And they have some other things. Yeah, this is quite nice. They have like a boat. Looks like they can burn the candles and stuff here and the joe sticks. But the Chedi is the highlight. I think I like this temple here a little bit better than the two royal temples in Chiang Mai. Both of those are quite nice. The Wat Phra and then I can't remember the other name of the silver temple that's up there. But they're all three fantastic. So all those people that have bought the little bells, they've hung them up over here. And then here's a, looks like a large Buddha footprint. Let's take a look at it while we're walking around this Chedi. So this is the Buddha footprint, the 4 indented footprints. And this is really similar to that Buddha footprint in Saraburi that has a royal temple, the first class royal temple there in Saraburi also. Quite nice, the styling here. And the murals back there. Back over here is a museum, and then another little hall. Yeah, there's so much to see here at this temple. This is amazing. All the shrines around the Chedi, all these little bells. Just the styling of everything is just perfect. Let's go back and look at this building that's straight behind the Chedi. You can see the styling is all intricate on this one also. And over there is that museum, I believe. Has a sign up for museum anyway. And the metal is quite hot underfoot. It's overcast and cloudy today, but it's still hot to touch stuff like that. Oh, this is nice also. So you can see the styling of the doors with the mural paintings. And all the columns are decorated up with the lotuses up there. And then they have murals behind the Buddha. And so the Thais come here and they pray. And you can see the styling over there, also those doors. So out amongst the trees here, they have some little shrines and stuff. Let's look in this hall, and then we'll look at this Chedi here after we come out of the hall. So inside of here has just another colossal Buddha. So this one here looks like it was one of those that was in the pictures inside that main hall. So there would have been no roof over the top of this. So it's kind of interesting. It has gold arms, but the body of it is red. And then you can see it has more murals. And it looks like it has some murals of other places in Thailand. Like that over there is the Pathumwadi Chedi. And this is that temple down in Suratani. That's the one over in Nakhon Phanom. And I'm not sure which one this is. I think I've been to pretty much all of these little temples that they have. That's the Wat Phra That and some of the others. Yeah, this is really cool. This is a gigantic Buddha also. And you can see the top knot goes all the way up to the ceiling. Okay, so let's look at this big, humongous Chedi here. I actually like this Chedi here better than the new one that's all been completely renovated. I just like the old styling of this. So this is a triple tiered Chedi, and they say this is, I think it's about 900 years old or so. And then it has the gold. You can see it has the little Buddha statues inside of the little cubbies, and then the styling up there. Oh yeah, that is amazing. So they call this the Suwan Chedi, or the Pathumwadi Chedi. And it was built, the ones in the standing position are built around the 17th, 18th of the Buddhist centuries. And it's the, 26th century now of the Buddha calendar. Okay, so we'll look inside of a couple of these other little halls here. Inside this building here, they have a lot of their old Buddhas and various important artifacts. Like this over here, this is some of the old wood that they've taken down, part of the renovation. And then we have some tablets back there. And everybody's ringing the bells coming around the Chedi. So they have all these buildings just kind of surround it. And that's fantastic, that Lana style. It has the big, huge disc down below. We'll take a look at that. I think that's what I was reading, is that's like one of the oldest ones in Thailand, I believe, over there. We'll take a look. So we have one more hall to look at here. Has the same styling. Yeah, everything at this temple is cool to see. You could come over here and you could spend a whole day just looking at all the little details. There's a data plate over here. So this in here is kind of a low ceiling. Has the murals on the wall. And you can really see the styling. This one here just feels kind of like stuffy compared to the other ones because of this low ceiling. But it does have a really nice Buddha image in here. And then you have the mats, so the monks will come over and do the ceremony. And we got the lady that's kind of in charge of the place. She's racked out over here. Yeah, this one's a nice little Buddha, also holding the alms bowl, which I suppose you don't see too often. And you can see all the scenes of the murals up above, the elephants and everything. And there's that second hall that we went into, that big, humongous one. And then the cloister all around, and then it goes over there to the monk quarters and various other stuff. I almost missed this little building here. This is right next to that old Chedi. So you can see in here they have some of the little seated figures. But in here, this is kind of cool. So we have a little reclining Buddha that's kind of stashed away. It's on the, like the right before the death pose, where he's got his head down. Yeah, this is nice also. Okay, so this is interesting here. This is a moon-shaped bell tower, they're calling this. So this right here, this bronze disc, was cast at Wat Phra Sing in Chiang Mai. So you can see here, this is hanging from those two hooks right there. Has the Thai writing. And you come right here and it looks like it's a little cushioned, but you can come over here and you can swing this and ring it. Wow, that's pretty cool. So the museum is under renovation. They have some of their old relics and the amulets and the different Buddhist stuff. It's all wrapped up in plastic while they're redoing the ceiling. You can see a guy up there with caulking. That's going to finish up our video over here at this first-class royal temple in Lampoon. This is fantastic. This is really, really nice. It's got a little bit different styling. You see the Lana styling, especially in that first hall with that big, huge Chedi over the top of the Buddha. Plus this big Chedi back here is quite cool to see. I really enjoyed it. I liked that first hall we looked at the most, and then that old Chedi that's just old brick. That is definitely, to me, the best parts of this temple, but it's all really good. You could come here and you could spend a whole day just walking around and looking at all of the details. This goes back to, 891, something like that. So it's got a ton of history. And, you know, it's had a series of renovations by different kings of the Lana Empire. And the names here are quite a bit different to me because it's not part of the normal Thai history you read about. The Lana Kingdom was a separate kingdom back in the old days. So they had their own kings, they had their own history, and it was later integrated into the current Thailand. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, which I hope you did, smash the like button. Just takes a second. And leave me a comment and tell me what you think down below. I'll try to put as much information into the description as I can because there's so many different names and so many dates and stuff like that, and it's kind of all bouncing around in my head. Plus, I'm trying to look at all of these cool buildings, which is definitely worth seeing. So if you're new here, subscribe, stick around, and then you're notified when I post a new video. If you like things like this, I go to places that most people aren't going to. So if you like this, then subscribe and you're notified when I post a new video. And until next time, from over here in Lampoon, remember, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.